Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Agung, so I will read a novel text. Growing up as a child, I always dreamed of better life. Others were less fortunate than me, but I had a difficult one to escape the world as I knew it. And what surrounded me every day, I remember thinking big from a young age. Yet there always seemed to be something that prevented me from believing it would ever be my reality. As most kids do, but I would watch people on TV, listen to singers, or see businessmen and wish I could achieve like that. My parents always attempted to create a happy environment for me and were always supportive, although kids see things differently than their parents have at times. So I think that's enough for me. Thank you very much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
I began to find comfort in my grandfather and my auntie. When my parents moved from my grandparents' home, I decided to stay put rather than move with them. I looked up to my grandfather as a role model because of his strong connection with his family, and while he had money and external respect, most notable was his sense of fulfillment. He seemed at peace with the world and used his strong mind to deal with all his family's issues. Years later, I realized that was what fulfilled him rather than his money or esteem. One of the hardest moments of my life was when my grandfather was diagnosed with cancer.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anugrah Armelia Pratiwi and this is my nickname. There was a bridge near my house where I would look out and reflect. I was only about 14 at the time, but I would analyze the cars as they drove past. I was fascinated by how everyone seemed to be in their own world, driving to their own destination, yet we are all part of the same big world. A Mercedes-Benz would be followed by an old Toyota, and I would try to figure out why the tables weren't turned. Why did this woman get to drive a car like that, and the other guy didn't? Was it by chance? I would think, but we are in the same world. I'd question whether the person in the Mercedes was really happier than the other guy. I was intrigued by human emotion and different ways of life, but more important by answers. How did our lives evoke our feelings? At the time it was just idle wondering, but the interest always remained. I always felt that I was here to evoke the world. Little did I know my actions were affecting the world all along. But I guess it's common for people not to realize their power for good or bad.